Welcome to Epic Ride Story. I'm here with Pastor Jim O'Brien and his beautiful, ugly shovel.
Yes, the world's ugliest shovelhead. Man, I love this bike. First of all, I want to say thank you, Joe, for having me on, man. I watched the first episode. It was awesome. So I was honored that you asked me to be on the show. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for letting me invade your space.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, so how long have you had this bike?
I've had it for about 2 years now, 2.5. December, well, I think will be 3 years. And crazy story. I always wanted a 1972 shovelhead. That was the year I was born. So that was a year I had to have one. And a good friend of mine, Billy Lane, as you know as well, was making this. I was over at his shop having cigars one day, and he behind me goes, "Man, that's going to be my daily rider." And I remember turning around and seeing it, and I was like, "Wow, that's really ugly." And all right, if that's what you want, great, good for you. And I didn't think about it. And as he was building it and doing what he does to bikes, I was like, "Man, that's a really cool bike." And so through the time he was building this and doing he's like, "Hey man, I had a 63 Gibson SG that I bought from him that he kind of wanted back." So we did a swap, and I ended up with the bike. He got the guitar and that, and I have loved this bike ever since I've got it. It's been amazing. So.
Yeah, so how to get its name?
The world's ugliest shovel. It was actually Billy's wife who named it, because when she saw it, she's like, "That's the ugliest motorcycle I've ever seen." At the church, we have shirts made up. I'll get you one, but it says the world's ugliest shovelhead and has a picture of this. So people laugh. I'll put this out there. I go, "The world's ugliest shovelhead made an appearance." They're like, "It's not that ugly," but it's kind of one of the inside jokes with it, that it's beautifully ugly at the same time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what makes it, besides the birth year, like what makes it so incredibly important to you?
Well, for me, one of the things that Billy, as I said, he and I are friends, and I value our friendship. And I thought it'd be great to have a bike made by Billy. Well, I'm a pastor, so getting a bike made by Billy wasn't probably an option for me. And so for me, it's the best of both worlds. It's a Harley Davidson. It's the year I was born, but more importantly, my friend has his hand all over this bike in so many ways. And so all that combined, to me, this is the perfect bike, because it was built by Choppers Inc. and just the little nuances that I know about Billy and that I love. But Harley I love, original 5960 logo here on it, and just the history and that. So for all that, that's why it means so much to me. And this bike has opened up so many doors for myself to be at. I just came from Sturgis, the Damn Show with Detroit Randy. I'm not swearing out there if you think it's the Detroit's Antique Motorcycle Show. And I was out there. That's my third show I've been in with this bike. So it's just all that combined. It's been great. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So this bike has helped you grow your community.
Grow the community.
Be a part of.
Yeah, just for people, like, we've brought this to Sons of Speed, and the thing that I love, I mean, we see how it looks, and a great story. We were at Sons of Speed down in New Smyrna Beach, and this girl and her mom were standing there, and she was just waiting. I was talking to a gentleman, and when you see people who have that, like, I really want to talk to this guy, and I was kind of watching her out of the corner of my eyes, and just one more minute. So the gentleman and I got done talking, she came up. I mean, she ran up to me. She's like, "I just started riding like 6 months ago. I love this bike. Is there any way I could set on it?" I said, "Absolutely. Like, whoever wants to set on it can set on it whenever they want." So it was so funny. She went to throw a leg over it, and I go, "Just don't scratch the paint." And she stopped. She got off it. "No, I would never do it." I go, "Have you not looked at this bike? Like, you're just going to add more character to it." But the conversation that we had because of this, and through our events and some of the rides that we do, it's just people have sat on it. I said, "Kick it over if you can." And just what it's brought to the church, to just investing in people and getting to know new people, it's been amazing that way. So, Detroit says, I'm going to steal his word just a little bit, but at the Damn Show, it's a people show that happens to have motorcycles in it, and I feel the same way. This is a motorcycle that just happens to bring people together, and I love that about it.
That's amazing. So, long rides?
Not too long. There's other than the little bit of suspension there, the pogo seat doesn't pogo. So it's pretty a hardcore ride. I've done about 100 miles on it, and that was good. That was all right. I probably wouldn't go cross country on it, just me. Maybe I'm weak or a wimp, but cruising around town and doing that type of stuff, I'm all about it, you know, so it's good. So,
That's amazing.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So how is it at Detroit shows?
Man, it's Detroit. You know, if you don't know Detroit, get to know Detroit, but it's just the people he picks for a show. So it's an invite-only show, and everybody. I've been to 3 shows. I've been to the 5th. I've been to the Daytona show, and now the Sturgis show, and the people are just top-notch. Like everybody who's there, and what I love about it, there's no ego. There's no attitude about whose bike is which. The Ugly Shovel's in it, and then people have done these custom bikes that, you know, not even close looking like this. They're all shiny and pretty and all that stuff. And those people will come over and say, man, this bike is beautiful, and I'm at their bikes, and it's truly a people show. And I recommend, if you've never been, go to a damn show. It's well worth it, and just the best people are there. So it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. So.
Sweet. And what are you going to do with this in the future? Like, do you have I'm sure you already have long-term plans for it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you know, a couple of people have offered me money for it, and you know, sometimes it makes me go, but I love this bike. But it's going to keep going out to shows and different things for the church and myself too, and I want to take longer rides with it too, and got a couple things I want to do to it, just customize it. I put the Indian Larry points cover on it. That was one upgrade I did just to honor Larry. I know it was important to Billy and me, Indian Larry was. So it has the belt drive, the Indian Larry belt drive on the other side as well. But just continue to do shows, do a couple things here and there, but keeping it like it is, and just you know, let it become a people bike, and make more opportunities and get to know more people through this. So
That's so cool.
yeah. One thing's cool is the seat. It's a one-off seat. It says Choppers Inc. on it, and then it has the Harley Davidson logo on it, which I really love. And it's just a piece of metal with leather on it, but it's actually really comfortable, believe it or not. Like, it's been a great seat to have on it too.
Is it a tractor seat or?
Yeah, it looks that way, so I think it probably was or something. But when I first got the bike, I was like, man, I don't know about that, but it's been actually really comfortable, so it's not too bad at all. So it's kind of fun. So kickstart only. I'm always doing over 100 miles on it, no matter what. So that's always cool. So you know, I'm one of those guys who. I love history. I love the old motorcycles. Like, I will come in here and have a cigar. And the one thing I love to do, I will just stare at these old bikes and what has it seen, where has it been. And, you know, because this bike and I are the same age, you know, I think back when I was a kid and that, like, man, this thing was brand new. The years, you know, going through the years, and like, man, where was this at? What did it see? And maybe it's weird, maybe I'm weird that way, but sitting in here and just kind of trying to connect in those ways with this bike, it's meant a lot to me, because it's made me go back until even thinking about my childhood. Both my parents have passed away, but going back to my childhood and the things I saw, where I grew up at, and all the things like, what did this see, wherever it was at, and what part of the country it was in, and knowing it's been around as long as I have. So it's been kind of fun, and thinking about those things and the history, and like the tank's a 1959-60 tank on it too. So it's like, man, where has it been? What has it seen? You know, if it could just talk to me, like where, those types of things. And it may be weird, but I just think it really makes me think about these old bikes and the history of them, you know, and that they're still here.
I think that's super cool, because then you're talking about like you guys are both on separate journeys, and then somehow you guys both ended up right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how I think about people too, when they come to a show or one of our rides or one of the things, and I saw this on YouTube, the bike, and I can't believe I'm looking at it right now. And I know how I felt when I first saw an Indian Larry bike, you know, like, I'm standing here and I saw this bike on TV or whatever, and just that moment of awe for a minute. And, you know, so I love to give people the opportunity. It's like, I'm always encouraging people, set on it, you know, because I know how I felt when I got to see, you know, some of the things I really liked. So giving people those opportunities, it's a blessing for me to be able to share that with others too, and hopefully get their interest in motorcycles even bigger, you know, and like, wow, and here's an opportunity to kind of see a little bit of history too. So I love that.
I like that. I like that approach. It's a lot different than like going to like some of the car shows and they got the stickers like "Do not touch."
Right,
like,
exactly.
And this is like, no, please touch.
Please touch it. Please put your hands on it. You know,
fall in love with it, and then
absolutely
you'll have one soon.
Exactly, and you know, I mean, you know, as I said earlier, I've always wanted a 72. I mean, we're talking probably 20 years before I got one, but when I first started riding bikes. You know, it's been 25 years I've been riding, so back in the beginning I wanted one, so it took 20 some years for me to get this. So, you know, that bike you're dreaming of, don't think you can't get it, because I'm living proof you can get the bike you want. But not only was it a 72, but there was so much more to it on top of it, you know, that has made this even more special for me. And but she's going to be here for a long time, that's for sure. So.
That's nice. So what kind of feelings do you get when you kick it over and you start to ride? Because I know, like with the older bikes, like Billy let me ride one of the JDs he had in the shop, and it's like it's not just riding a bike; it's an entire experience.
Yeah, it's a machine, man. Yeah. And I tell you, every time I'm riding this and I get it started, that's the first thing. You get it started, and you just, the smile that I get, I know. But going down the road, I'm sure I got a lot of bugs in my teeth, because I just smile and laugh going down the road with this, because it's just so much fun to ride. And again, I go back to the history lessons, like, man, this is so cool. Like what the guys did before I was even riding or could ride, you know, they were on this, riding it around, and the things they were doing. And there's something special. Like anybody, you know, I have a Road Glide over there, and anybody can ride a Road Glide or a Softail or whatever, but learning how to start these and do that, they're more of a machine, and knowing that to a certain degree, not so much with this one, but the older ones for sure, it's, you know, you're putting your fingerprint on history a little bit by being able to ride it and knowing how to do that. There's something, to me, very special about that, and being able to say, man, my fingerprint in a small way is on the bikes and the time period of what's going on. So that means a lot to me. So
yeah, and then you wonder too, like you were talking about riding with like about 100 miles, and you're like, oh yeah, this is,
yeah.
But then you got to realize like how spoiled we are now with as paved as our roads are, and then like these guys that were riding it when it was like brand new, right?
Right, exactly. And it's so true. We have the upgraded suspensions and all the things going on, and you know, the Road Glide has CarPlay in it and all the things, you know, so I can have music, I have maps. These guys jumped on these bikes and went, and it's funny that you bring that up, because in Sturgis we were riding, and you know how open Sturgis is, and it was really special to me, for me, to have this bike in Sturgis, because, you know, Sturgis has that thing about it, you know, whatever it is. So to be on this riding, and we were talking when we got back to the campsite we were at, like, you know, guys used to go across the country on these things, you know, and I'm doing 50, 60 miles, like it's time to turn around, and they're going to cross country on these things, not even thinking about it. So, yeah, they were way tougher than we are.
There you go. Goes back to like what kind of people has this guy seen?
Yeah, exactly. Totally. It's like, so I hope I'm doing it justice, but those guys before me, man, they understood what it was about, you know, and I always try to go back to that, like, man, who were these guys? What were they about? And not only is it the bike's history, but it's those people's history too, and to touch that and like honor those types of things as well.
Yeah, this was somebody's baby at one point.
Absolutely.
Like, otherwise it wouldn't have lasted this long.
Absolutely, right? Yeah, and then, you know, Billy resurrecting it in a whole new way and changing things up on it. And you know, it's funny how many comments I get though about the world's ugliest shovelhead, and people are like, no, not at all, it's beautiful. And you know, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, they say. But you know, the rust, the dings, the marks, it just, every ding just makes it look that much better. So it's cool.
Right.
So
yeah, I love it.
Cool, man.
Man, well, if you want, we can go for a ride.
That'd be awesome, man. I'd absolutely love that. So it'd be awesome. Cool, man. So thanks for having me again.
Dude, thanks for letting me invade your space and check out the world's ugliest shovel. Thanks for watching, and thanks for hanging out with us while Jim told us his epic ride story. We'll see you next time.